us tonight, Mr. Unicus, the man, the legend, Robert Stanley with us from Unicus Magzine.com. Now, Robert is a professional, an engineer, a researcher, and the amount of information that he brings to the table tonight here at the Leak Project is nothing short of astonishing.
My name is Unicus. Insanity.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rex Fair Leak Project, how the heck are you? I have Robert Stanley, Unicus Magazine, Unicus.com. It's Unicus.com, not Unicus.org, right?
Correct.
Excellent. And ladies and gentlemen, we have some exciting news. We're going to talk about the bloodlines of the gods and forgotten ones. Abaji, brother of Marduk, son of Enki. We have the legend, Robert Stanley, and he just won a Formula One race. And so right after he accepted the trophy from the Formula One race, he spent, he got here as quick as he could. So really excited to have you here, Robert. I always love talking with you, and I know that your time zone is different out there. Time zones are different. So how the heck are you?
Doing well, Rex. Actually, it was a NASCAR, but yeah, it's good to be with you again, and everybody out there in Leak Project land. Hello.
Excellent. Yeah, that NASCAR. I was just making sure you were paying attention, and everybody else was. Of course, you are. So I'm excited because this
in Star Wars insanity. Yeah, if you go to my website at unicusmagazine.com, you can see some photographs of UFOs. Yeah. Here in America. Sorry, here. I always think I think like an American, even though I'm in Hong Kong. Sorry. Man, psychopaths. The worst of them have actually been imprisoned here. Manipulating us or getting us to agree to do certain things for them under false pretenses. Man, insanity. Yeah. Did you hear that part? Criminals. Psychopathic Anunnaki extraterrestrials that were put here, imprisoned here in Star Wars. The more powerful criminals have influence. Explains a lot about what's been going on here. Man. One of the things that they do, though, very well, is trick us. Man, okay. I've been debating whether or not to be completely honest with you. Insanity. I no longer believe the Matrix is real. A portion of my soul is connected to this body in Star Wars. Man, but I am not here. Insanity. Much like a person playing a video game. I'm controlling this body. I'm not going to kill myself. This body isn't even alive. We're all being manipulated. Insanity. Man, in Star Wars, it's a problem. And this is a problem. I really don't want to be manipulated like a puppet. It went underground. It's not gone. We know for a fact that Hitler survived, and military intelligence people to the CIA and NASA. Insanity. Man, look, when he appeared to me, he looked like a white guy. In Star Wars, dirty laundry. People are pissed off. They were caught up in that. Or let's put it this way. They knew who was pulling the strings. Insanity. They think they know me. And it's because I have an incredible similarity. My features, my facial features are very much like Hitler. Man. There was a blood sacrifice literally taking place at a home. Yeah, I don't think he wanted to kill me. In Star Wars, insanity. Man. Or a fleet of UFOs over the Capitol. One landed on the roof. When I published that article in July of 2005, I was visited by a black helicopter at my home in Los Angeles. Man. In Star Wars, the independent film lab in Washington, D.C. is called Pen Camera. It was right across from the FBI headquarters in Washington, D.C. It's now not there. It was there for many years, and the FBI used them. Insanity. My website was hacked by a company in Virginia. Insanity. Because I knew he had one of the largest collections, before he passed away, of UFO photos and movies. And he told me about this. He said that the military, U.S. military, went around Washington, D.C., the surrounding area, and they literally took away, they confiscated people's cameras and film of the events that had been transpiring in Washington, D.C. In Star Wars, that fleet of UFOs coming behind the Capitol Dome. Man, insanity. There is a war. Malibu was an epicenter of evil. And just this year, another man committed suicide on the beach where I saved that boy. He shot himself in the head and washed up on that beach. That was tragic, but it wasn't the only one. The same day that the events transpired in Las Vegas, earlier that day, another man jumped from a helicopter into the ocean and died. It was intentional suicide in Malibu. Later that day, Tom Petty died of a heart attack, most likely due to all the heroin he'd been shooting up for like 15 years or something. And just recently I found out that one of the people that I knew in Malibu, his name's Dennis Dragon. He was a drummer for the Surf Punks. Comes from a musical family. He committed suicide. So the numbers are growing, unfortunately. And I feel powerless to stop that. I wish I could. But I know we're going to have some fun, but I also want to encourage anyone who has children in the room watching this, you might want to ask them to leave, because some of the things we're going to discuss are really shocking. In Star Wars, insanity. JFK had a gay lover. In Star Wars, good and evil justify the violence. Man, much of what we see or told is fake. Insanity, mind control, the Force. Hitler faked his death. Insanity. In Star Wars, assassination of JFK. When in fact, JFK staged his own death. His brother, Bobby, faked his own death. The sacrifice, the satanic sacrifice in front of the pyramid, the Luxor pyramid. Man, and it wasn't the work of one person. Living a lie. We are under the illusion. There's a whole lot of information about Hitler being gay as well. Insanity. The bigger the lie. In Star Wars, man, the Manson family murders. In Star Wars, the Mafia. The Tate murders. Man, not murdered by the Manson family. That was all staged by military intelligence. Insanity. War and killing more innocent people. Insanity. Things got absolutely crazy. Man. In Star Wars. But Marilyn Monroe, that was one of the first of the group to fake her death. They're one of the 13 Illuminati bloodline families. Insanity. Man. In Star Wars. And by the way, faking your death is not illegal.